Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Queen Dama and I'm back with another video. I know it's been a long time, but your girl's been a little bit busy, but we're back, we're out here, and it's just on period. If you're new, subscribe, and if you're not new, well, thank you so much for watching again, and we're gonna get into this video. So basically in today's video we're gonna answer some of the questions you guys asked me. If you guys see me like looking down often, it's because I have this and I wrote the questions down, so I'm just gonna be reading them off and answering them to the best of my knowledge. And yeah, let's get into this. Let's do this. Okay, so the first question was, can girls and guys be best friends, or vice versa? I think women and men can be friends. Like I don't necessarily think that whenever a guy is entertaining a relationship with you, it's because he wants to he wants something more than just friends. Or I do think that generally guys do have a twisted minded, so when they approach you, it's not always based on being friends with you. But I do believe that girls and guys and boys can't be friends. Like, absolutely, I have so many male friends, and like there's nothing crazy, there's nothing twisted about it. Like, y a rien d'ambigu, if it makes sense. But yeah, I do think that generally men and women, guys and girls, can possibly be friends, depending on what the scenario is. But along the way, like in the long run, I think it is very possible. I think guys and girls can be friends. Absolutely, 100%, like for sure. When a guy approaches a girl, nine times out of 10, he definitely has something in the back of his head. But if the woman decides that, okay, like, I don't want anything like crazy with you, like, that relationship can be based on being just friends. But yeah, I do think that generally it's in our hands to decide. And yeah, along the way it could change because people change, obviously. But the fact is that women and men can genuinely be friends, and for a long period of time. As I do have a guy best friend, and nothing crazy, literally nothing crazy, has ever crossed our minds. So yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the next question is, can you forgive your boyfriend for cheating? It depends. It depends on how he cheated, with who, and what was the situation, what is the relationship you're entertaining with your partner. I do think that it's harder for a woman who's been with the same man for like 10 years to leave than for a woman who's been with a man for like 6 months to leave. 100%, it's not the same thing. That's why I do think that it's based on the relationship you're entertaining with the guy, and it depends on the woman's personality. If on the woman or the guy's personality, if you think that, okay, this is a one-time thing and you can forgive him, as you see that he has come across telling you that he did cheat or whatever you did find out along the way, and he did come clean with it, and then you are trying to basically rebuild the relationship and the trust, obviously, that was broken, I totally respect that. But I do genuinely think that it depends on the person. You choose to stay or you choose to leave. Some people would choose to stay, some people would choose to leave, depending on the relationship you're entertaining. Honestly, I'm gonna speak for myself. I just feel like, depending on the relationship I'm entertaining with the guy, I would be willing to stay if this was like a long-term relationship, like you've been in this relationship for years, and obviously you're trying to build something with this guy, or you were building something, or you built something with this guy, and then obviously along the way, temptation, you know, people change and stuff like that. He cheated. If he came clean, even I find out or not, if he came clean with it and told me exactly what it is, I feel like obviously it's gonna take time for me to like rebuild that trust, but I would be willing to try, because I don't just wanna say, okay, you cheated, I'm gone, done, nah, 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 because they say once a cheater, always a cheater, but in some situations, no. But I do think that everyone deserves a second chance, no matter how hard it is. But again, it's within your heart to decide if you are going to forgive him, or if you're willing to stay or leave. This is a very tricky question, because again, it depends on the situations, the scenario, the relationship you're entertaining with the person. So I wouldn't be able to give like an exact answer to that, because honestly, the best answer would be, if he cheated, get out, like run. But again, it's easier to say than to do, right? And most people will tell you, okay, if my man cheated on me, if my boyfriend cheated on me, this and that, I would leave. But sis, we all know you ain't gonna leave the first time. Most time you will still be in love and stay and stay and stay until you can't do most of the nonsense, or deal with most of the nonsense he's been doing, and then you're gonna go. Most of the time, women are most likely to stay in a relationship that they've been cheated on than men. Like I find it that men forgive harder women that cheated on them than women. Women forgive men all the time for cheating, and men never do. Like I feel like it kind of is a, like if the woman cheated on the guy feels like someone else took a piece of their pride, because we are the man's pride, right? But yeah, it depends. But I do genuinely think that everyone deserves a second chance in some situations. In other situations, just get out, just leave. But yeah, this is a tricky question, but this is what I think. And so the next question is, can you forgive your husband or wife for cheating? And what is the difference between when you guys were boyfriends and girlfriend, or if it's a scenario where it's your wife and your husband? I think if, okay, when you're in a relationship with a guy, you're still trying to get to know him. Okay, you guys are building a relationship, something like a foundation, you know what I mean, towards marriage. Once you get to that stage of marriage, I think that there is some issues that you should not ever be having with your husband or your wife. I think for I'm gonna speak for me. I think if I am ever married and my husband cheated on me, I would be gone, because I feel like after all the years we've been together, and then we work towards being married, and now we are married. Let's say we have kids or we don't have kids, I don't know, but you cheated on me, that's just dead. Like that's just dead, because whatsoever, you literally like broke everything, because like you're working towards being married with someone, having kids, like raising your kids, and along the way in the marriage you cheated. That means, okay, in the relationship you can work it out and still try and change the guy, and like obviously if the guy wants to change, and if you're seeing improvement on how he's treating you and how the relationship is evaluating. But in the marriage, like you should know better. I'm serious. I'm so sorry, but in the marriage it's just a hell no for me. Again, who knows? Like who knows, like some people forgive, some others stay, some others leave, but I'm no one to judge. Everyone, it's a free country, everyone is allowed to do anything they feel like doing, as long as you can stick by your decision and basically assume it. It's just as simple as it is. Like for me, I don't think in a marriage I'll be able to forgive my husband if he cheated on me, but I think in a relationship I would be forgiving him, just because it's not like we're not married and we're still trying to get to know each other. It's still my choice to stay or to leave. And like obviously you can leave anytime in any moment of the relationship, but I just feel like when you're boyfriends and girlfriends, you guys are still growing, you guys are still like trying to build the relationship towards getting married, towards having kids, towards having a company, a business, whatever it is that you're building. But then once you get to that stage of being married, having, let's say, your business or your kids, and like everything's going well, and then you find out your husband's been cheated. That's just so bad, because then families involved, and I just can't take that. I'm sorry, I can't take that hate. Like if you cheated on me while married, it's just oof, it's dead for me. It's dead for me, like 100%. Ooh, I like the next question. Okay, the next question is, between women and men, who has more opportunity to cheat and who takes that opportunity most likely? I mean, seriously, men. I think, I 100% think that men are most likely to take the opportunity to cheat than women, because we don't move to men. Men move to us. Do you know how many men do be moving to you like women? Who can count? You guys move to us all the time, and we reject, obviously. If you're doing the whole hot summer girl, or whatever, hot girl summer, do whatever you want to do, but generally women reject men more than men reject women. That's just facts, because men move to women and women don't move to men. Well, women do move to men now, but generally they don't. Men do move to women. Now, I think men take that opportunity more, because like a guy can just screw with a girl and then move to the next one, no issue. But for a woman to like actually screw with a guy, it takes a lot. You know what I mean? Like that guy did some extra, or he did some lot of talking, or whatever the situation is. Like I think it's easier for a man to cheat than a woman to cheat. And I know you guys are gonna come for me, but hear me out. Hear me out here. Men are gonna cheat if they have any sort of temptation. They can't like reject it, unless it's like a mature guy who's done it all, and now he just wants to settle, and then he has his girl and he's like fully onto her. But that guy will never even put himself in a situation where he'll be tempted, because he's been there, done that. We move. But guys in general, like if they are in some sort of temptation of having a girl and being able to screw her and then move on to his next day without like nothing, he'll do it. 100%. 100%. But women don't. For a woman to actually cheat, it takes more, because we cheat emotionally, and for a woman to be emotionally attached, emotionally attached to a guy, to a point where she's gonna screw him, unless she's like drunk or high or totally out of her self-control, or doesn't have any self-control. Like it's harder for a woman to cheat than for a guy. don't come for me. This is just my opinion. I know it might change along the way, and maybe because I don't have different kind of opinion, I might do a video where I have other people and asking these same questions to see what my other friends or what other people would say. But this is just what I think. Okay, the next question is, in a relationship, what would make you change behavior towards your partner, rather in a good way or a bad way? Uh, the way he's treating me. I think my my response or my reactions towards my partner depends on how they treat me. If you treat me great, I'm gonna treat you greater. If you treat me bad, I'm gonna basically, like, I'm gonna distance myself from you, if it makes sense. Like, you're gonna notice a certain change into how I talk, into how I react, into how I am behaving with you. Not in a rude way specifically, or not in a bad way specifically, but if you used to let's say if you used to buy me ice cream every weekend, and then out of the blue you stopped, I'm gonna be like, wow, like this is rough. Like, what's going on? Like, why just stop doing this thing? And then if you don't give me any valid, actually excuse, like, let's say, oh, like, babes, I'm trying to save more money. I think every weekend doing this is like, we can do it once in a while, but right now, it's a little bit rough. I'll be like, hey, like, all you have to do is tell me. But if you're closing yourself to, let's say, your girlfriend or your wife or whatever, and you're not opening up about your feelings, that might actually have an effect on the relationship, and vice versa. I just feel like if there is any type or sort of change, the natural response from your partner would be to adapt to the reaction that you came. And everyone has different way to express their feelings or react to some situations. But personally, if, let's say, if you're treating me amazing, like, I'm gonna take that so much in heart. Like, I feel things deeply. I'm a Scorpio, okay, but I feel things deeply. And if you do me good, like, I'm gonna do my best to treat you even better, if I can. If I can't, like, it'll be those little things, and it's always the little things that count, right? But if it comes to a point where even those little things are inexistent in the relationship, it's like, what are we doing? Like, are we moving forward? What is going on? Like, is there an episode that we missed along the way? But I just genuinely coming back to the question that was, in a relationship, what would make you change like behaviors towards your partner? It's basically, if you don't respect me anymore, like, that's just dead. Like, if I feel like you disrespect me in any kind form or shape of way, like in any kind of way, I, like, literally, I will distance myself from you until you realize, like, raw, and then, like, apologize, do something, like, make a change. Don't ever let it happen again. But if not, like, it's that. I just feel like respect and understanding each other is one of the most important parts in a relationship. And if you guys are not talking, and you guys are not understanding each other, and there's no respect, it's just like it's dead already. You know what I mean? Like, it's just dead. Next question is, what activates the need of cheating, to your opinion? Okay, to my opinion, I feel like temptation on the guy's side, and on the woman's side, it'll be how you treat your girl. If you don't treat your girl right, along the way, she's gonna find that like attention and that feeling of being special, and all those good other qualities that she used to find in you, in someone else, and along the way that could lead her to cheating on you. And for men, I just think that temptation. A man could actually love you and still cheat on you. I believe that a man could love you and still cheat on you. Not that it's something right, which it's sad because in our society now, the most bad things and the most worst thing that you can ever think of are being normalized, like cheating. But yeah, generally I just do think that temptation is one of the main factors of like cheating. Like if you're not tempted to cheat, you'll not cheat. If you're serious about the person you're with, you will not dare to cheat on them. In order, like, I just feel like if you cheat on someone, how do you live with that? Like, how do you live with that? As in, like, you come to that person every single day. If it's your girlfriend or your boyfriend, you come to them every single day knowing you cheated on them. If it's your wife, that's even worse. Or your husband, that's even worse. Like, you come to bed, as in sleeping with them every single night knowing you cheated on them. Like, shame on you. Shame on you. But yeah, no, 100% temptation. Men do have more temptation than women, but most likely, yeah, I feel like temptation is like a big part of the reason why people cheat in general. The next question is actually like okay, next question is, what would you do if your best friend cheated on her boyfriend with your man? I'm gonna repeat the question. What would you do if your best friend cheated on her boyfriend with your man? As in, my best friend, my girl best friend cheated on her man. As in, she's in a relationship and she cheated on her man with my boyfriend. I can't even begin to start expressing how everyone's gonna die. Everyone's dying. It's just it. Everybody is dying. She's dying. He's dying. But on a serious note though, if ever that situation was to happen to me, she was never my best friend to begin with. And that guy was just never meant for me. Because if he could cheat on me with my best friend, knowing that it's my best friend, knowing that she's in a relationship, and if my best friend was to cheat on her man with her own best friend's boyfriend, that's just raw. Like, that's just rough. Like, you guys deserve each other. It's like, you two deserve each other. I'm out. I'm out. And I feel like that could actually cause a person to go through a whole mental breakdown. Like, your best friend, the person you confide in and like talk to, shared most moment with, same as for your boyfriend, like you're sharing intimate moment with and building something towards a better future together. It's like, are you kidding me? Oh, that's just dead. That's just 100% dead. For me, I just feel like I'm not gonna be petty and be one of those girls who's actually, oh my god, I actually read this thing. I don't know if it was on Instagram or on TikTok, but apparently the girl, her best friend, went ahead and like screwed her boyfriend, and she found out, and what she did was she oh my god, she made her boyfriend, and then she took that cum and put it into a drink and gave it to her best friend to drink. And when the girl was like, oh, like, how does that drink taste? Her best friend was like, it's okay, but it tastes kind of funny. Oh, really? Because, and she answered, oh, really? Because I thought my man's, it was rough. But either way, I'm not gonna be petty like that. I just feel like it was just not meant to be for me, so I'll just leave in that case, like 100%. Okay, the next question is, do you think when you're mad you say things you mean or things you don't mean? I think when you're mad you actually say things you mean, because when you're not mad you actually think through about the things. Let's say if I want to say F you, when I'm not mad I will not say F you. I will find a way to formulate that into telling you you full of shit. But if I'm mad and I tell you raw, like F you, like that's just what it is. It is what it is. Like I just feel like when someone's mad, they're most likely to tell you how they truly feel about you or the situation or whatever that upset them than when they're not mad. Because when you're not mad you tend to filter what you're saying. You tend to think through about what's gonna come out of your mouth and how the person's gonna take it, all that extra stuff. But when you're not mad, well, when you're mad, it's just it ça sort comme ça sort. Like you just take it, basically. All right, next question. Do you think a person can cheat on you and still love you? Yes, I think I've said that in the past questions. I think that someone like a guy could still, on a guy note, they can still, actually vice versa, they can still cheat on you and still be madly in love with you, depending on what the situation is. But yeah, I genuinely think that someone could cheat on you but still be in love with you, if it makes sense. I don't know how to explain. I don't know how to explain it, but I know I understand myself. Like someone could cheat on you, but they still love you. It's just like guys or women in general. Like you could cheat on someone, or you could emotionally cheat on someone, but you still love the person you're with, like to death. Um, So the next question is, are women more insecure or are men more insecure? Women are definitely more insecure than men. 100%. Like I can't begin to express how women are insecure. We're insecure about everything and nothing. We're even insecure about the things subconsciously that we think that men do notice about us, but truly they really don't give a fuck. Honestly, men are insecure in some aspect, but not all of it. Like for example, a man would be insecure about like if he's like muscled, like if he's like manly enough, like all that extra stuff, like all that manly extra stuff. But a woman is insecure about everything: her hair, her eyebrows, her lashes, her skin, her toes. um One of my biggest insecurities is that I am a very hairy person, and so I have hair on my arms. And when, well, now I don't care anymore, but before I used to be so insecure about it that when you even mention that I have hair on my hands, I would go to the washroom and cry. Like that's how insecure I was. But yeah, I do think that women are more insecure than men, because men don't specifically care about most things that women do, and men don't need to do much really to, like, for a guy, you're like, your biggest flex is to be rich. If you're rich, you don't care about any other things. If you have the baddest girl on earth, stick to her and you're good. But for women, even if you're rich, you always have something you gotta be insecure about. Your image, the way people see you, your personal insecurities. For example, it could be your skin, it could be your skin complexion, it could be anything really. But yeah, I do think that women are more insecure than men, for sure. And last but not least, the next question is, do you think love at first sight exists? No. I'm sorry, but no, I don't think love at first sight exists. Like, on n'est pas dans un conte de fées là. Like, no, that shit does not exist. I can see you and be attracted to you, but just love you from that moment on, dream about you, and like think of kids. And older women do that shit, but it does not exist. I'm sorry. Like, no, that just doesn't exist. Love at first sight does not exist. I'm sorry, but we're not in a fairy tale. Like, we, no, just, I don't know how to explain it better, but I just don't think it exists for me. But yeah, I don't think that love at first sight is a thing. Like, we're not in a fairy tale anymore. We're like, it's a very cold world. So yeah, no, 100% not. Yeah. And but thank you so much, guys. So this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more video. I promise to not go missing for months anymore. But thank you so much for the support and the love. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in my next video, and it's on P. So we're gonna come to the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you guys like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for the love and the support. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in my next video.